everybody, welcome back to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, and here on the YouTube channel in this video, we're going to do something that I've never done before, but I've had some people ask me as I'm doing plugin demos and such. They ask me about all kinds of plugins and what other kinds of plugins do I have, and I got quite a few plugins on this particular rig, even though I work mostly analog. So I thought today I'm going to go through and show you my plugin browser, show you the plugins that I have. Some of this stuff I haven't looked at in a long time, and I'm going to write myself a list of things I think I'm going to delete off my system. But I wanted to show you the plugins that I have, where I got them, whether they were given to me or I did demos, or whether I paid for them, and what are my recommendations for stuff like that. So this will be part one. We'll probably do a two-part series. We'll make this video about 20 minutes or so. So if you want to see what's in my plugin browser, we'll take a look and I'll give you some recommendations. So before we get started, like, share, subscribe. Also, go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Get your free mixing course. It's right on the homepage. It's worth $100. It's my gift to you just for visiting Home Recording Made Easy. And if you stick around towards the end of this video, I think I'll throw something else in there for you. So here we are in Studio One. We have a blank session here. I'm going to open up my plugin browser here. Now, I know a lot of you have a lot more plugins than I have. I have two rigs in my studio. This is my analog rig. Obviously, I'm in front of my SSL with all my gear, but I do work hybrid and I do use some plugins. On my system across my studio, my in-the-box rig, where I really don't work much anymore, I mostly do everything here. But on that computer, I probably have even more plugins than what I have here. And I'm probably going to go through and do some housekeeping on that computer as well. That's my Mac Studio, my M2. This is my Mac Mini M2. So maybe we'll do that as well. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of stuff. I think you guys kind of dig this kind of stuff. So anyway, this computer probably has half the plugins that I have on the other ones. But let's start at the top here. So the very first one here we have is Abletunes, and I forgot all about this. This is called the EQ Wise. And what this does, I demoed this years ago. I'm surprised I still have this. What's nice about this from a teaching perspective, I don't have any audio to really show you here, but you can see along the top here, you have this drop-down box where you can, they have these little charts. So let's say for general, we have a general chart here, and you can see as I move my cursor over, we have the rumble and the sub bass, and it'll show you the frequencies, everything below about 60 hertz. The bottom is around 70 to 100. Then we have the boom and the warmth and the mud. So the honkiness here, right? The tinniness at this section, crunch, presence, definition, and air. So it kind of gives you an ability to see where, you know, it's like a training aid. And if you want to change the charts, like this one here is, you know, like I said, a snare. So if you just want to EQ your snare drum, for example, you can see the low end rumble is down in this range. The body in the ring is up in this range, right? And you get the smack up in this range, the air and the definition. So it's a good way to kind of give you, and you'll see down here, there's some tips, some tool tips. So as I come over here, this is a central area of sound where most snare drums, most fundamental characteristics live somewhere inside this range. So it's a good training aid for people using EQ, which is kind of cool. I demoed this a long time ago. Here's the vocals. So if you're confused about EQ and where the fundamental frequencies live and how to EQ certain instruments, this is a good plugin to have. Again, it's by EQ. It's called EQ Wise. You can Google them up and check them out. And then you can also use my course, EQ Made Easy. That'll help you really understand, along with this, EQ frequencies, what are the most common frequency areas for different instruments, how to use EQ effectively, and all of that. So that's EQ Wise. I'm probably going to delete this off my system because I don't use this. So I'm going to write that down to clean off my system. So which ones am I going to get rid of? EQ Wise. I'm going to delete that off my system after this video. Hello friend, I hope you're enjoying the video. Hey, if you want to learn more about working with channel strips and how to turn your DAW into an analog studio workflow, check out my new course, Mixing with Analog Style Plugins Made Easy, the 2025 edition. You'll be mixing faster with far less plugins and processing, and your mixes will sound way more consistent from project to project. And right now you can get a 25% discount by using the coupon code YouTube25 at checkout. All the links are in the description box below. I'll see you inside the course. Now back to the video. Okay, what else do we got here? That's from Able. Oh, the name of the company is Able Tunes. Able Tunes. Okay, then we have Access Analog. This is something that I was trying out. This is just kind of it's a service where you can actually log on to their host, and they have analog gear, and you can run your audio through their analog gear and back in. I tried it, I didn't like it. It's a good concept, but it's kind of not something that I liked. I'm gonna get rid of this too. I didn't even, they gave this to me as a demo. I never even did the video because I didn't like it. I used it, it was kind of hokey. So I'm gonna get rid of Access Analog as well. Apogee, this is pretty cool. So this is a brand new plugin by Apogee, and I've tried a lot of the Apogee plugins in the past, and I don't like most of them. This one is really good. This is the Neve 8068, which is a model of Bob Clearmountain's actual real Neve analog console. This came out in the summer of 2025, depending on when you're watching this video, as I sit here about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I did some videos mixing an entire song with this that are on YouTube, by the way. You can check them out. Great plugin. Great Neve channel strip. I really like this one. Now, I just ran in demo mode. I didn't buy this yet. I think it's 99 bucks, but I might actually buy it because I love channel strip mixing. I love working with channel strips in the box when I do work in the box. This is a good one. The Apogee 8068, Bob Clearmountain. I'm going to keep that one for sure. Let's see. We have audio movers. This is stuff for, you know, sharing audio back and forth with clients. I got to keep that. Nothing we need to see there. Authority. This is a really cool plugin. It's kind of a sleeper. This is the Uri Space Station by Audio Authority. This is a really great plugin. This is modeled on an old piece of 1980s gear hardware called the Space Station, the UM282. It's a reverb and reverberation processor. Looks a little overwhelming. It's a little complicated, but it's got a wonderful reverb delay, couple of presets in here I really like. And even when I'm mixing analog, a lot of times I'll use this on snare drums, on overheads, pianos. I really like it on too. Again, check this one out. This is a nice one. This is the Space Station UM282. They're the only company that makes it. I think it's a little pricey, but you can get it on sale around Black Friday. Really cool plugin. Definitely going to keep this one. Okay, let's see what else we got. Audioscape. You know I love Audioscape. I have 2 racks full of their hardware. They're now working with Kive Audio, doing some emulations of their gear. And all of them are really good. I got demos on the channel of all of them. Here's their 33609. I love how big the user interface is. I have their MK609. Sounds very, very similar. Very close to the original, to the hardware. I have the hardware and it sounds very... Can I change the size of this? Let's go back to 100%. So this is great. This is a great plugin by Kive Audio with Audioscape. Also the Audioscape V-Comp. Again, I have their hardware. We're going to do some videos where we're going to compare the hardware to the plugins. I haven't done those yet, but Audioscape sent these to me. Now this plugin has 2 different models. It has the, this is the vintage model, and then they also have the modern model. The modern model is the one that I have in my rack. The vintage model is just a different flavor of it. This is based on the Stay Level hardware compressor. So we'll do some videos around this too, but this is a really great plugin. Kive Audio and Audioscape, really great. I also have their Golden 58 preamp, I think. Oh no, I don't. I don't have that one. They sent it to me, but I never activated it. But I don't have their hardware for that. But I do have the hardware of this. This is an amazing plugin. This is the version of the XL305, which I do have the hardware of. This is, the hardware is not a digital reverb. It's actual an analog spring reverb with actual springs, a spring tank inside of there. There's 12 springs in there. And this is a recreation of it. Again, we're going to compare it to, we're going to do a video where we compare it to the hardware. But not only do they have the XL305, but they got the 305R, but they got the old vintage XL305 from the 1980s, which I don't have in hardware. Again, sounds a little different than the 305R. That's a more modern approach. So it has a little bit of a different flavor. But again, another wonderful plugin by Kive Audio with Audioscape. So I recommend their plugins, and they're affordable too, Audioscape's plugins. So I'm not going to get rid of any of those. Those are fantastic. Let's remove those. What else do I got here? Oh, Black Salt Audio I have. I have their drum bus plugin. I did a demo for them on this. It's good. You know, it's simple. You can have standard or parallel compression slammed. You know, it's a cool looking GUI. It's easy to use. You know, would I go out and buy this one? Probably not, just because I have other plugins that I can do the same thing. But Black Salt Audio does make some cool plugins. The one I really like here, and this was super popular when it came out and still is. This is the silencer. Their gate, very simple gate, great for drums. Prior to this, I was using the Sonics drum gate, which I know I have in this system, which I kind of use more than I use this because it has a few more features in that one, but this one's really good. So if you're looking for a really good gate, this is probably one of the better ones out there, and I only think it's like 50 bucks. I think Black Salt makes some pretty good plugins. I'm going to keep both of these on my system. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to delete those. I got Melodyne. Let's see, D16 audio software. This comes with my Slate Digital package. This is the repeater delay plugin. I really don't use this because I have other delay plugins that I'll show you, but this is part of the All Access Pass or the Complete Pass with the SSL bundle. This is part of it. I should probably experiment with this a little bit more. I'm probably going to do some videos. You guys let me know in the comments below if you'd want to see some videos where I just go through all my reverbs and delays. I've never done anything like that, and I have a lot of them, and I think a video like that might be kind of cool. It'll maybe get me more inspired to use some of these, because Slate Digital makes really good stuff, and it's got a ton of presets in here, which I'm sure are really cool. A lot of flexibility. This is a good one. I won't delete this off my system. And again, if you guys see any plugins that you use that I'm not currently using, but they're in my system and you like them, let me know in the comments. Cool plugin. The D16 group, I think I'll keep that one. D-Sonic, I did a review for this their headphone plugin. I don't mix with headphones. So this is pretty cool. This is one of, I have the Lewitt one. This is the competitor to the Slate, VSX, I think they call it, which I don't like. This was a pretty cool plugin. If you're using headphones, this is one to really check out by D-Sonic Real Phones. Tons of options in this thing, probably option overload, so you can highly tweak it, but it's really good if you like to mix on headphones. I don't. They sent it to me as a demo. I really don't use it, so I'm probably going to delete it. Real Phones, get rid of that one. Get it off my system. Because I have another one that I will keep on here. I'll show you in a minute. Elios, this is their de-essers and stuff. That comes with the Slate All Access Pass. Again, as far as de-essers go, it's a cool de-esser. I've used it before, but I really don't use it that much. But it's part of the All Access Pass, so I'm not going to delete it. Eventide, this is something that I bought a couple of years ago. And this is really cool. This is the Eventide H3000. The hardware unit is extremely popular in the 80s and the 90s. I don't have a hardware unit. A lot of guys use these in analog rooms. And this came up on sale and I purchased it. And again, it's highly customizable. I was using some of their presets for some pitch stuff and to add some doubling effects on some vocals. I don't use this all the time, but it is a cool utility plugin. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of it for sure. So that's the H3000, the Ultra Harmonizer by Eventide. Really cool. Cool plugin. A little pricey, but you can get it on sale throughout the year. Fat Filter, I got a few of their plugins, and honestly, the only ones that I ever use when I do use a de-esser, I like the Pro DS, one of my favorite de-essers, and the Pro Q3. Now it's the Pro Q4. When I need to use an EQ in the box, I'll usually reach for that. And I do really enjoy, this was kind of an impulse buy, but I do like it a lot. The Pro R2, their reverb is really good. Again, maybe I'll do a video on this. This is a good one. I'm gonna keep these. I like this one. But I don't use their compressor, their multi-band compressor. I have them, but I really don't use them. So there's a few of those fab filters that I have that I'll keep, but I don't use them all the time. Block audio, that's something. Harrison Audio, now again, this came with the Slate Digital SSL complete package. The only thing I have by them is their H32. The Harrison 32 channel strip, I don't like it, to be honest. I don't like the Harrison plugins. I think they're kind of, I just don't like them. So I'm probably going to delete all my Harrison plugins. No reason for me to, I've used them. Nothing about them excites me. IK Multimedia, got a bunch of their plugins. Don't use these all the time, but I like the Fame Studio. This is a really good one. I'll keep this one from time to time if I'm teaching or working in the box. I'll use these. These were really good when they first came out. I really like this one. I have this one. The Joe Ciccarelli vocal strip, I did a video on it. It's okay. I'll keep it on my system, but I rarely would ever use it. Sunset Sounds, I like this one a lot. This is a good one. But I have something I like even better than this, which I'll show you probably in part 2 of this series. T-Rack 6. This was given to me as a demo plugin by IK Multimedia. And honestly, I don't use it. I just don't use it. This is the master, what is it called? The master match or whatever. I'm never going to use this. So I'm probably going to get rid of the T-Rack 6. Again, I didn't pay for this. It was given to me by IK to do some demos. Oh, here's Sunset Sound. That's a good one. I like Sunset Sound. Really good studio emulation. Then I have their Tascam Porta tape machines. Those are all kind of, you know, the Tascam stuff I'm going to get rid of. Don't like those. So I'm going to probably delete those off my system. I'm going to hide them for now. That's my IK Multimedia folder. Let's see what else I got in the system. Some of these things I forget I even have them. Isotope, really it's all Ozone 10 and RX11. Use those all the time. I've talked about these in other videos. Use them for mastering, use them for audio repair. Highly recommend the Isotope stuff. Kive Audio, again, this is a really great plugin. When I work in the box, I have this hardware. This is the Enfuse, which is the Neve Master Bus Transformer, and or it could be the SSL Fusion. I've had both of those hardware units. They're both great. This thing sounds awesome. Really great plugin, and you can mix and match the modules, which is really cool. So I like that one. Kive Audio, the Enfuse. Kit plugins. I love Kit plugins. We'll end probably here on Kit plugins. So, some of my favorites, the BB MoQ, great plugin. Oh, there it goes. Really nice tube EQ, Blackbird Studio Collection. The Core Comp and the Core EQ, those I'm going to get rid of. I don't like those. There's nothing about those, you know, that excite me. They're just basic EQs. So I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of the Kit Core EQ and the Core Compressor. No reason for to keep those on the system. I do like the BB-A5, the API channel strip. Love it. Again, channel strip mixing is my thing. I've done videos on this. Great plugin. Highly recommend this one. The Kit BB Chambers, pretty cool. The Blackbird Chambers. Don't use this one an awful lot. I actually forget that I have this one on my system, but I did a video for this. It is really good. Kit plugins make some really good stuff, man. I'm going to keep this one and maybe use this one a little bit more. Their Fairchild, another great one. Another great plugin by Kit Plugins. The Blackbird Martina F66, the Fairchild, really great. And they also make the 670, the stereo version of it. Now they also came out with recently the Neve 254 stuff. I'm not a big fan of the Neve 254 stuff. I've used this a couple of times. It's just not my thing, although I love Neve. So I'm probably going to get rid of all the N54 stuff. I don't really like this. Not my thing. I'm never going to use it. I'm going to delete it. This one I like, the Neve 1073, the BB73 I really like. Again, there's videos on the channel about this. And then the one that started it all off, the BBN105, which is John McBride's Neve console. Great plugin. This is version 2, the latest version. Like that a lot. Kit plugins got some good stuff. I stay away from the core stuff. The Blackbird stuff's really good. I've always really enjoyed the Blackbird stuff. Okay, one more, then we'll end this video. Here's the headphone thing that I would keep if I was keeping a headphone one. I'm going to leave this one on my system. This is by Lewitt. This is called the Space Replicator. Do I have to log in? It's offline? Oh, I probably got to sign in again. I own this plugin though. I don't want to do this right now. Forget it. Come on, get rid of it. Anyway, oh, that's terrible. You can't see it. Anyway, check the video on the channel. I like the Lewitt headphone plugin because it's a lot simpler than the real phones. It's got fewer spaces, but it's got the critical stuff. So I like the Lewitt stuff. That's really great. So that's the first half of all the plugins in my browser and some of my favorites. I'm going to delete some of these things. Let me know in the comment sections if you use any of the plugins that I'm keeping or deleting. Those are my favorites though. A lot of great plugins on the system. Next video we'll come back. I got a whole, actually we could probably do 3 videos. I got a whole bunch of other stuff by Liquid Sonics and by Noiseworks and Overloud and Slate Digital and SSL and Sound Toys and Tune Tracks and Universal Audio and Waves and all of that. Next video we'll come back, we'll take a look at some of those. I'll show you some of my favorites and those. So those are my, that's the first half of my plugin browser and some of the stuff I like and don't like. Let me know in the comments what you like. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. As I said, go out to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Get that free mixing course. It's right on the homepage. It's a free $100 mixing course. If you take that course and you like that course and you want to purchase one of my other training courses on the website, I want to give you a 25% discount coupon code. The coupon code is YouTube25. You put that in at checkout, it'll take 25% off any training course on the website. So until the next video where we take a look at the rest of my plugin browser and all the plugins on my system, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Thank you so much for watching me, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next video.